Plaintiff Melissa Newell says a couple of months after she started dating the defendant, she got pregnant with his son. Melissa claims the two of them broke up after the defendant cheated on her with a 17-year-old. And she's suing him today for half of an unpaid judgment and the value of her furniture. Defendant Anthony Capelli says he allowed Melissa and her two children to move in with him, and her life only improved after she met him. Anthony claims he didn't meet his current girlfriend until after he broke up with Melissa, and he's countersuing for unpaid bills and rent.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
In the beginning of 2006, I met Anthony through a mutual friend, and within a couple months, I got pregnant with our son. That first couple months, he treated me really bad because he didn't want to have a child at the time. Further into it, when his family got on his case about manning up to it, he finally came to me and said he wanted us to get a place together to raise our son together. And shortly into it, my dad started suspecting he was cheating, and it came out later on that he was cheating on me with a 17-year-old. Before that, he had a baby with a 16-year-old who had to abort it because her parents were going to press charges.
How'd you find that out?
He told me, our friend, a mutual friend told me, her mother actually had to go to his house to get her belongings when he threw her out but wouldn't let her have her things.
It's not true, Your
You want to tell me some background on this or dispute what she's saying or refute?
I met Melissa in late January, and she was living in a one-bedroom apartment with her cousin and her two children, and her two children were sleeping on the floor when I met her. Shortly after that, I asked her to move in with my brother and I in a three-bedroom house, and as she did, she brought her two kids with her. I bought her beds, and I bought her toys and clothing for the children. I have receipts for those right here, if you'd like to see those.
Yeah, let me have them, please, Dora.
And he didn't buy them, his brother did.
I paid for them with my own cash, my own hard-earned money.
Go ahead.
And before she met me, she really didn't have much, and after she met me, her life started getting a lot better. We went from apartment to apartment, and all this stuff that I'd done for her, all she does to repay me is talk bad about me and my mother and my girlfriend on MySpace blogs, which is right here.
She said you're a child molester.
That's not true.
Statutory rapist.
She says that? No, that's not true.
Yeah, she said you impregnated a 16-year-old, right?
Yes,
No.
and I've actually talked to her
She said you
because
told her.
we're all
That's
friends
not
with the
true.
same people.
I never told her
Just
that.
allowing
that
you
never
the
happened.
opportunity
His
to
best
refute
friend
it.
told me this.
All right, he says
They
he
were
didn't.
warning me not to,
Ma'am, he
but it was
says he
too
did.
late because
he
I was
says
pregnant.
none of this is true.
And now the girlfriend that he's with currently is the one he cheated on
She's
me
just going to
with.
ignore me.
I'm sorry.
I never cheated on her either. I met my girlfriend a month after we even stopped living
Not
together.
true.
Why'd you all break up?
Well, we broke up. I was working a lot of hours to pay for all the bills that I was paying for, because I paid for all the rent, which are the checks right here. All the rent, all the bills, utilities,
See it,
and whatnot.
please, Dora? Ma'am, you're suing him about an unpaid judgment and some furniture. Tell me how he owes you for that.
The furniture is because when we first got together, my dad had given me, which I have receipts for, a couch and a chair. And there was also an entertainment center I don't have the
Let's
receipt
see
for.
your receipt, please.
Is that true? The couches were actually given by my boss, and I have a letter for that.
Go ahead, ma'am.
No, this is a different couch. When we moved in with his brother, he had said, well, we can store it here until we move into our place. And they stored it in the garage, and my couch and the chair in the attic got ruined because it was just left out in the open of the attic. And my
Did you know that that's where they stored it?
Yeah, but
Did
he
you
was.
know the conditions?
No, he told me
You
that
never
he was.
saw where your things were stored?
No, because he said he
You
was
never
gonna,
saw where
yes,
your things...
but he said he was going to move.
You just said no, I'm confused.
No,
Why
he
don't you
said-
slow down and listen to me? Did you ever see where your things were stored?
At the beginning, yes, because we
Okay.
moved them in the garage,
All
and then
right,
when his brother
ma'am,
came home, they
you're
were supposed to move them.
responsible for your things. You knew where they were being stored. You saw where they were stored. If you were concerned about them, it was your responsibility to check on them. What else are you suing for, ma'am?
I'm also suing him for half of the judgment we got because when we moved in there, I was not working. I ended up going into the hospital at 7 months pregnant from some complications with the pregnancy, and I ended up not working because of that.
Were
And
you all evicted, is what you're saying?
Yeah, after we had already moved out, they
You have
sued
the
us.
judgment? Sir, What do you want to tell me about this
I'm not sure which judgment she's talking about because I have two right here. There's one that I'm suing.
What's the other one for?
The other one is just the one that she's actually sued me for the apartment.
That, please.
And
one that she
I never
sued you for regarding.
Yeah, and I wasn't on the lease.
Yes, you were.
I didn't sign the lease. I wasn't on the lease. I warned her prior to moving into the place.
You didn't go to court either, ma'am?
We were both unaware of them suing. It happened after we already moved out. We didn't get kicked out. We gave a 60-day notice, and then it came up.
Have you paid it?
The judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Okay.
That's
well,
why
you can't collect it from him if you haven't paid it, because you're both liable to the landlord. You're not liable to each other. You're liable to the landlord. Now, if you pay all of it to the landlord, then you've paid his share, then he owes you.
Right.
So until someone shows me that they've paid any of these judgments, none of the judgments are going to make a difference in this case. Emotional distress, you're suing him for what?
just everything I had to go through with him not being home. I'm finding out that he's cheating with a high school girl. I've had nothing but problems with them since. I had to call the police once, which I have a police report.
What's the police report about?
We were fighting, yelling in the back because she had posted pictures of my son on MySpace.
Did he assault you physically?
No, it wasn't about him. It was his girlfriend.
Did she assault you physically?
She kicked me.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Did you press charges?
No, because the police said...
Did you sue her?
No, but it's not just, it's like every time I try to talk to him, she's in the background talking about I'm not a good mother because of things he tells her about me.
Ma'am, unfortunately, couples who fight, unless it's physical, are not allowed to come into the court and say, we're a couple and we fight all the time, or he argues, or he yells at me, or he doesn't come home.
Right.
I want to sue him. There's not an actionable claim in the law that when a man doesn't come home, you can sue him.
Well, no, it's not
He'll be
just
lined around the corner.
It's not just that, it's just...
I heard what you said, ma'am. He had all these girlfriends and he didn't come home at night. That's not actionable in the law.
Because of these judgments now, I have this on my credit.
We've talked about the judgment. The judgment is owed by both of you. And unless you've paid his share and yours, you cannot collect from him. Now, your counterclaim for $5,000 unpaid judgment, bills, and rent is for what?
It's for half of the cable bill while we were living together, half of the electrical bill while we were living together because I couldn't afford to pay
What was
them.
the agreement?
Half of everything. Half
And
down the
she
line.
paid half of the rent every month?
She didn't pay half the rent. That's another thing I'm suing for,
That
is
wasn't
half
true.
of the rent for the 3 different apartments
What
that we
was
lived
the
in.
agreement, ma'am?
I was pregnant and I wasn't working, and he knew that. I was paying for all the food
I
in the
covered
house.
while
I
we were
was
working.
taking care of the house. I was doing our laundry. I was taking care of his son while he was working, and that was our agreement. He knew this. My dad is witness to this because
Come on up, sir. You want to speak?
Yes,
State your name.
Greg Newell. That was part of their agreement. She was going to take care of the child. She was doing the cooking, the cleaning, and he was going to support her. Also, I'd like to mention on the furniture that I gave him. The day we brought that furniture over there, he said, we can't get this up the stairs. I'm going to have my brother help me move this couch. So he put it in the garage. He said, yeah. I said, no, it's not going to stay in here. He says, no, it's not going to stay in here. I'm going to move it upstairs. I just can't do it today. So I said, fine. So I was under the impression that furniture was going to be put up somewhere, not left in a garage that leaked.
All right. Sounds like you're still trying to argue that you should be compensated because you put it in an area where it was damaged. Once again, she knew and she continued to know. She had an obligation to check on it herself. Okay. She didn't.
Okay.
Now, with regard to your claim that she owes you, she says that the agreement was she would keep the home and the child and that you would work.
That's not...
Who did cook and clean?
I did.
No.
Okay.
She
And
didn't
you
clean
worked how
any.
many hours a week?
I worked anywhere from 40 to 50.
What did she do?
She cleaned once in a while. She cooked once in a while. Yes, I'll admit to
Who
that.
cooked and cleaned the most?
I did.
I did. He was never there.
And my mom can attest to that because she knows everything. She's been through here through
She
the beginning.
wasn't there either. She was up in
She was there all the
Oconomowoc.
time, actually.
Come on up, ma'am. You said you were there all the time.
All the
No,
time.
State
she
your
wasn't.
name.
My name is Jamilet Capelli.
All right. When you were there, who did the cooking and the cleaning?
Well, I can tell you the weekends my son was
No.
cleaning.
He
When
said
I was
all
there,
the time.
when I was there, the house was
You were
filthy.
there all the time.
Not all the time,
That's
because
what
I
he
have my own
just
house.
said. That's what he just said,
Well,
ma'am.
most
He
of the
said you
time.
were there all the time.
Most
A lot
of
of
the
his
time.
testimony has been unreasonable. But go ahead. I'll let you tell me what you want me to know before I dismiss his case.
Okay.
Go ahead. What do you want me to know?
Okay. When I went to the apartment, most of the time was filthy the apartment. The kids, Andrew,
It was filthy?
Yeah, it was dirty.
Did you hear what he said?
When I
he
was
said
there,
he did the cleaning and the cooking most of the time.
cleaned weekends.
So you have a filthy son. You're filthy.
No,
Your own mama said you're filthy.
he's not filthy because he's
And
just
he
like
said
me.
he cleaned most
No.
of the time. So if it wasn't clean and it was filthy, it was him that caused it to be
Well,
filthy.
he cleaned weekends when he said home.
No,
when he was at
he
home.
said most of the time. He didn't
Yes.
say weekends. See,
Okay,
you all
most of the
can't
time
get
he
your
was
story
cleaning.
together.
Well, he was working a lot, and if he was coming home, he was
I heard
cleaning
that.
what he can.
All of that. He was still filthy.
I don't think so.
You said it.
No,
So
I
your
don't say
case
my
is
son
dismissed. I'm not convinced that she agreed to pay bills, pay you rent, have your child, take care of your cooking, take care of your cleaning, or no, I'm sorry, you did the majority of the cooking and the cleaning, even though your mother said that's not true. So it's hard to rely on any of your testimony. I know your own mama wouldn't lie on you, would she?
No.
You lie on your mama. You know, if you lie on your mama, I can't believe you. You said mama was there all the time. She said she wasn't. Case dismissed. Ma'am, yours is dismissed also. You can't collect a judgment until you've paid it. And secondly, ma'am, the furniture, you were negligent as well. You knew it was up there. You had an obligation to preserve it yourself or move it, and you didn't. The emotional distress, these men cheat, these men argue, these men stay out all night. You can't sue them for that, ma'am, unfortunately. Cases dismissed, both of you. Have a good day.